Now let's head to the province of Cosenza. Hello again, Joe Orlandino with Lens on Cosenza. Today we're getting back to the basics. We are going to explore some of the points of interest in Cosenza, and we're going to shed some light on things, but I ran across a quote from one of my favorite philosophers, Thomas Aquinas, St. Thomas Aquinas, and I'm going to read this quote to you. It says, "Better to illuminate than merely shine, to deliver to others contemplated truths than to merely contemplate." I love that because that's what I want to do here, particularly in this episode. I want to tell you about these points of interest. I do want to shine some light on them, but I also want to get deeper because there's so much the province has to offer that I want to get you right to the essence. And by doing that, I think you'll get as excited about not only Calabria, but the provinces of Cosenza as much as we have. I've been to all 20 regions of Italy and just about every island, as far remote as Alicudi, where there are no cars and there are just primarily donkeys and maybe a few hundred people. I've been to Tremiti. I've been to Pantelleria. And I could tell you this, I keep coming back to Calabria and more specifically to Cosenza. I mentioned in a previous episode that I was a marathon runner. I've run 12 marathons. That was a bit in the past, not too long ago, but I've given up marathon running, and I've been doing a lot of walking. And one of the things I've been contemplating is doing the Camino de Santiago, which is following in the footsteps of St. James through Spain or Portugal or France. And the walk itself is as short as 4 or 5 days, as long as 2 months. In fact, my friend, the actress Amanda Powell, did the long one. She walked for about 2 months, and you wind up at the Compostello, the cathedral in Galicia, Spain, where the body of St. James is interred. But I found another Camino, the Camino di San Francesco de Paula, St. Francis of Paula, the very town that we're moving to, has its own saint, and he has his own Camino, his own journey, the way of San Francesco de Paula. And this is about 117 kilometers, and it's either a 3 or a 6 day trek. So I'm going to forego the Camino de Santiago and put my focus on the Camino de San Francesco de Paula. And San Francesco de Paula was he was born in Paula. It's an interesting guy. He was never ordained as a priest. He was never ordained into the priesthood. And here's an interesting fact. He was a full-on vegan. He ate no animal products, nothing, full on. And he was also really into animals. He had a pet lamb by the name of Martinello. And Martinello was actually brought back from the dead. And that's an interesting story, but that has little to do with Lens on Cosenza. But you might want to check that out. Look up San Francesco de Paula and look about his little lamb, Martinello. Now, the points of interest that I not only want to shine lights on, but I would like you and along with me to contemplate these. Google has a website that's called Points of Interest, Things to Do. So you might want to just dial up on Google. I'm going to call it up right now. And it's actually things to do in the province of Cosenza. And you just plug that into a Google search, and this page will come up. It's like a platform. It's its own little website under the Things to Do area in Google. There are 100, that's right, 100 points of interest in the province of Cosenza. There are photos of each of these. So my goal moving forward with you is to explore 100, all 100 of these points of interest moving forward. And we will be filming them. We'll be talking about them. We'll be on location soon. So stick around. I hope you're enjoying what we're doing here with Lens on Cosenza. The province is phenomenal. I hope your trip to Italy, you don't just do the tourist Florence, Venice, and Rome. Definitely get to the south. Go south. It is undiscovered. It's getting more discovered as time goes on. People are seeing what the south has to offer, particularly Calabria and Cosenza. Thank you. Give me a like if you're enjoying these. Subscribe. They're going to continue to get a little broader, much deeper. And thanks for joining me. Bye now. Lens on Cosenza.